Something strange happened the moment I walked into my room on day 7. Nothing had really changed, and yet everything felt different. The desk was the same desk. The floor was the same floor. The walls were the same walls. But the space felt lighter, quieter, more focused. And that's when I realized something unexpected. I hadn't just cleaned my room. I had quietly rewired my brain. Because for 7 days I tried something unusual. 15 simple cleaning habits practiced across Japan. And the results surprised me. Most people think cleaning is just about removing dirt. But in Japan, cleaning is something deeper. It's a philosophy, a daily ritual that trains discipline, respect, and mental clarity. And after 7 days of following these habits, I discovered something powerful. Your environment quietly controls your behavior. If your space is chaotic, your mind becomes chaotic. If your space is calm, your thinking becomes calm. So in this video, I'll show you the Japanese cleaning habits that changed the way I work, think, and live. Some of them take less than 30 seconds, but together, they can completely transform your mindset. And by the end of this video, you might never look at cleaning the same way again. Because the real lesson isn't about cleaning your room. It's about cleaning your life. Think about your current space for a moment. Maybe there are clothes on the chair, random papers on the desk, a phone charger tangled with 3 others. Nothing too serious, just small messes. But here's the problem. Your brain doesn't see them as small. Psychologists call it visual noise. Every object in your environment demands a tiny bit of your attention. A messy desk doesn't just look messy. Quietly drains your focus. It increases stress. It makes decision-making harder. And it slowly lowers your standards. But in Japan, people approach cleaning differently. They don't see it as a boring chore. They see it as daily training. And the first habit I tried explains everything. Clean as you go. In many Japanese homes and workplaces, people rarely allow mess to build up. Instead of cleaning once a week, they clean continuously. Finish eating, wipe the table, take off your shoes, put them neatly in place. Use something, return it immediately. At first, it felt unnecessary. Why clean something that isn't even dirty yet? But after 2 days, something surprising happened. Cleaning stopped feeling like work. Because nothing ever became overwhelming. Most mess doesn't appear suddenly. It accumulates quietly. And when you clean small things immediately, you prevent the big mess from ever forming. But here's a question. What if discipline isn't built through huge actions, but through tiny ones repeated every day? The next habit made this even clearer. Respect the space you use. In Japanese schools, something unusual happens every day. Students clean their own classrooms. No janitors, no hired staff. Children sweep floors, wipe desks, and organize the room themselves. At first glance, this seems like a simple cost-saving method. But it's actually a powerful psychological lesson. When you clean a place yourself, you stop treating it carelessly. You become aware of your impact. You think twice before making a mess. This habit changed the way I treated my own space. Before leaving my desk, I began asking one simple question. Would I want to come back to this? That single thought changed everything. Because respect for your environment creates respect for yourself. But here's something most people don't realize. Cleaning is also a form of mindfulness. In Japan, there's a practice called osoji, a deep cleaning ritual traditionally done at the end of the year. But the idea behind it is bigger than a yearly tradition. It's about resetting your environment so your mind can reset too. When I tried this idea on day 4, I cleaned slowly and intentionally. No music, no distractions, just wiping surfaces, organizing objects, and putting things in their place. And something unexpected happened. My mind became quiet. Cleaning forced me into the present moment. No scrolling, no overthinking, no rushing, just simple movement and focus. And that leads to an interesting question. When was the last time you did something slowly, without rushing? The next habit is one of the simplest, yet most powerful. The 1-minute reset. Before going to bed, Spend 1 minute restoring order. Put things back. Fold what needs folding. Clear surfaces. Just 1 minute. That's it. At first, it felt pointless. 1 minute can't change much, right? But after 7 nights, the difference was massive. Every morning started with a clean environment. No clutter greeting me. No chaos demanding attention. Just calm. And starting your day in a calm space changes the way you think. But there was another Japanese habit that surprised me even more. Remove what you don't need. In many Japanese homes, minimalism isn't about aesthetics. It's about mental freedom. The fewer objects you own, the fewer things you must manage. During the experiment, I looked at my desk and asked a simple question. Do I actually need this? Pens I never used. Old notes I never read. Random objects with no purpose. Slowly, the clutter disappeared. And something interesting happened. Because clarity in your space creates clarity in your thinking. But here's the real shift. Cleaning habits are not about perfection. They're about identity. Every small action sends a message to your brain. When you organize your desk, you're telling yourself, I'm someone who values order. When you wipe a surface, you're telling yourself, I take care of my environment. And when you repeat those actions every day, they become part of who you are. But the final habit changed my perspective the most. Finish what you start. In Japanese culture, unfinished tasks create mental weight. A cup left in the sink. A drawer half organized. A pile of papers waiting for later. Each one becomes an open loop in your brain. And open loops drain energy. So during the last 2 days of the experiment, I followed one rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, finish it immediately. Put it away. Wipe it down. Complete the loop. The result was shocking. My environment stayed consistently clean. Not because I spent hours cleaning, but because I stopped postponing tiny actions. And that brings us to the biggest lesson of this experiment. Clean spaces don't come from motivation. They come from systems. Small habits repeated daily. Quiet discipline practiced consistently. Because your environment is not just a place you live in. It's a reflection of your standards. And when you raise the standard of your space, you raise the standard of your life. After 7 days, my room wasn't just cleaner. My mind felt lighter. Work felt easier. Focus lasted longer. All because of a few simple habits. So here's something worth trying tonight. Before you go to bed, take 60 seconds. Clear one surface. Organize one small area. Restore one piece of order. It might seem small, but small actions repeated daily create powerful change. And if you try it for 7 days, you might discover what I did. Cleaning isn't about removing dirt. It's about building discipline. If this video made you think differently about your habits, leave a like so more people can discover it. And if you enjoy content that helps you build a stronger mindset and a better life, subscribe to the channel. Also, I'm curious about something. What is one small habit you want to improve this week? Tell me in the comments. Sometimes the smallest habits create the biggest transformations. If you like this video, then I suggest you watch this video.